Winter Sports Club is incredible because it's like the best after-school program in the world. It's a facility that any kid can go to and surround themselves with world-class athletes every single day.
That was the most fun part of my day by far. Getting out of school and it's like finally I get to go to Howelson and ride. That was just like the best thing ever.
Kids are excited after school to go, and they're usually not very excited to leave, and there's very few things that you can say that about.
And we're talking alpine skiing and cross country and ski jumping and Nordic combined and freestyle and aerials and moguls.
All that's going on at the same place, at the same time, almost every night of the week.
The Winter Sports Club sounds like an athletic program, but what it is a youth development program. We teach kids to be successful both on the slopes and in life.
All of those things that make for a good athlete, I think, are also very important in making a good person.
We have a mountain in our downtown. No one else has that, and it's just, we have a huge opportunity and it's a huge advantage.
You know, I remember as a kid riding my bike from school with, 5 of my best friends to go to training.
You know, we meet the needs of so many people. We're known for the Olympians that have come out of Steamboat, and a lot of attention is given to the Olympians. We're just as proud and we work just as hard for the kid who just wants to have the experience.
I think the kids that grow up in Steamboat are some of the luckiest kids in the world.
It is so neat to see those kids out there and being outdoors and falling in love with a sport, whether it's skiing or jumping or whatever it is, just falling in love with the sport that you know is probably going to change their life forever.
My first day with the Winter Sports Club, I had never skied before, and I showed up at Howelson and a guy threw me on a pair of skis, and I learned that very day that this was where you came to have a lot of fun.
When we all stop and sit down and think about it and how many world-class athletes this small little ski town has put out, that's pretty amazing.
I talked about it so much on the US ski team, they gave me the nickname Steamboat at one point, because all I could do is talk about how many Olympians were from Steamboat and how neat the program was and how cool Howelson Hill was.
It has taught me more about life than it has about snowboarding.
It doesn't take long to realize you're part of a pretty serious group, a pretty serious tradition here in Steamboat.
It's a neat experience to feel that proud of where you came from and to feel that proud of the program that you're involved with or that you grew up with.
Not only are we a ski town, we're an Olympic ski town. Like, we are the ski town USA.
Our life kind of revolves around skiing or snowboarding, so it's definitely pretty awesome getting to live here. I'd say that there aren't many better places to grow up in the world.
In the 1800s, the ranchers around Steamboat used skis to get around. But skiing really started when Norwegian ski champion Carl Howelson came to town, taught all the local kids how to ski. They taught their kids, they taught their kids. And now we have this great tradition of skiing in this valley. And it opened up a whole new dimension for kids growing up around Steamboat.
The atmosphere at the Howelson Hill and the Winter Sports Club hasn't changed over all the years, in that every afternoon you go over there and first of all it's cold because it's in the shadows, but that's what makes it so really good because the snow's better there. To have kids from 5 to 50 all mingling into the same process of going off jumps, going down the hill, being involved in a sport that is so inherent to the environment.
It's always easy once you get out there on the hill and you go up that pommel lift, which I've been riding, on and off for 40 years, and you start up that pommel lift and you start looking around at the kids doing all the different events, and it's almost impossible not to get a smile on your face.
Energy level, anthill is an adjective I use a lot. An anthill of activity.
And when you go swing by the club at 4 o'clock and you see all of those cars pulling in and dropping off all those kids, all the cars pulling out, picking up kids, you can't help but want to be a part of that. The entire pulse of Steamboat is about winter sports, and I think that it's contagious.
As a whole, we pride ourselves in knowing that we've put more Olympians into the games than any other town in the world.
It's definitely very motivating to see the kind of Olympians that have come out of Steamboat and to want to join the group.
I want to go to the Olympics and be on the U.S. ski team. I want to win a lot of World Cups.
I think the Winter Sports Club is the identity of Steamboat. What else can you look at that's as impactful as the Winter Sports Club is here?
And then you go into Olympian Hall and you see flags, just all these countries, all these places that people have been, all their accomplishments.
That place still makes my heart flutter when you see all those flags and you see all those athletes that have accomplished a childhood dream.
And then not only that, you turn around and your coaches are those people.
There is not a more powerful, rewarding thing than to help a kid get a good start in life.
You guys have confidence and pride that you train hard and you're better prepared than anybody here.
I wanted my boys to have the best possible role models they could.
They've coached these kids who are going to the Olympics, who are on World Cup.
You got it. 25 years from now, they will remember their coaches at the Winter Sports Club. They will remember their experience in the Winter Sports Club, and it changed their life.
I feel it was one of the best decisions that I made.
2 jumps, best you can, ever.
Puts a desire in you to do your absolute best, and that's something that is hard to teach, and the Winter Sports Club does a great job of it.
It's not all about winning. It's about understanding how things operate and to see that smile on those kids' faces on a regular basis. And that's what makes this club unique.
Maybe the truth is you don't appreciate it till you've moved on and seen how special it really is here.
It's really easy to take for granted, but once you look around and you see what other athletes get, you realize how lucky you are.
When you stand in the starting gate, you have the support of an entire town, an entire club, and an entire team behind you. And I think a lot of athletes probably don't have that from other clubs.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.